Do great realtors for online leads in 2022? Find out our answer in today's episode. Before we get into all that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that worthwhile, fun stuff. I'm going to get into 3 things and a 4th bonus thing that I will get into if you stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a brief summary on these 3. And the first one is video and visual text. Second one is having a patient service attitude. Number 3 is caring on a personal level. And then number 4 has to do with filtering, screening, and targeting, and then providing a flurry of value, which, obviously I'll get into these more in depth, but those are the 3. And then the 4th bonus one at the end. The 4th bonus one I'd probably say is the biggest value of all this. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. So the first one is video and visual text. Texts have a 90% read rate and a 25% response rate, the highest percentage out of any outreach method, whether phone calls, emails, anything else that's out there. This has the highest read rate. Everything's going towards text, and that doesn't mean it has to be on a mass level of texting 50 people, 100 people, 200 people. It can be a 1-to-1 ratio. Like we do a lot of visual text and video text, just one-on-one from our personal cell phone to their personal cell phone. It's one of the best ways we found to reach out and make contact with people at first is when you just send a video. It just says like, hey Bob, I'm Ben, wanted to reach out, put a face to name, and I'm curious if you're looking at Wichita homes just for fun or if you're looking into making a move. Go ahead and reply back this text and we'll get the conversation going from there. Talk to you soon. See ya. Something quick like that. Doesn't have to be super special, super fancy, but just building a connection with the human through a video screen works super well. Shows, hey, I'm not some crazy pushy salesperson. I'm not some weirdo on the internet. Like, I'm a normal person in Wichita looking to help you with your real estate needs and all that. The other side of it is they feel really comfortable receiving that. They're not getting, a spam phone call like they're so used to of not answering. And really what you're doing with this video and visual text is you're trying to set up a phone call, get to a point where you have enough of a connection and a working relationship to where you can have an actual phone call conversation. Because ultimately at the end of the day, like, it's always going to lead to the phone, but it's setting things up to the phone. And ultimately it's going to be in person, but then again, not always. We've sold quite a few houses with people we've never met in person anymore, with a lot of reloads coming in out of state on everything. And just the way business is done now, we do a lot more things over video, both on a video call like this from the laptop, through your phone, and every different thing in between there. So, me personally, I'm like, I would much rather send you a video and send out like 20 videos, 30 videos in a day than make 100 phone calls, 200 phone calls that has, like, phone calls have like a 16% answer rate. So in order to get a hold of 30 people, you have to make 200 phone calls in a day, which sucks. For one, it's not effective, doesn't work as well. I'd rather send out 20 to 30 videos, get the text conversation going from there, and then when appropriate, pick up the phone, or they call us, or we set up these phone calls, set up these appointments, these arrangements. And it's not that people don't want to be contacted. It's the way that they're being contacted that is the issue. And it's being rude and inappropriate, not really from a customer service mindset. Which takes me into number 2 about converting online leads, is having a patient service attitude. When they sign up on our ads, or they're just starting in this process, it's a 3 to 12 month process on average. So you want to verbally express that and tell them that, because a lot of number 1 phrase you're going to get people, oh, I'm just looking. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, no shit. Like, I know you're looking. That's why you're here looking at houses, like, on my website. But obviously you don't have a snarky ass attitude like that. Even though I know that's legitimately how a lot of us are feeling. You want to have a patient, long-term customer service type of attitude. It's not sales, not pushing somebody or convincing somebody to buy a house. Like, you really can't create motivated buyers. You find them and you service them and you help them through the transaction to make a decision, yes or no, but you're not really there to, like, make a sale or force somebody to do something. It's about finding more motivated people and finding better buyers, which kind of goes into the 4th one of filtering and screening, but I'll get into that one at the last piece of it. But having that patient service attitude, and right from the start, you're going to hear that. So a lot of times you'll send out that video text and it'll say like, hey Bob, it's Ben, want to put a face to the name. And I was curious if you're just looking at Wichita homes for fun or if you're looking at making a move. A lot of times be like, oh yeah, I just started browsing. I'm just looking. I'm super early in the process. And you say, that makes sense. Most of our people are usually 3 to 12 months out when we first start talking to them. You're no pressure, no rush. I'm just here to help you get your property alert set up, start sending you houses to at least consider. Would that be okay if we did that? And they'd be like, yeah, that's fine. They'd be like, I'm okay with you talking to me, send me houses, whatever. Just don't push me. Like I'm just starting. It's like, hey, we get that. That's how we do it with most of our people. We meet them way early in the process, set them up on property alerts, get talking on that. So that way they feel like they have a dedicated customer service rep that's a knowledgeable agent, cares, isn't pushy, helps them out with what they're doing. And it takes 3 to 12 months to convert these people, but it's how we start them is how they end. If you don't start it well, if you're just chasing after what most realtors chase the 1 to 3%, which is the right now business. Who's ready to buy a house right now? Where's my commission check right now? How can I make money right now? You got to start thinking bigger and go after the 97%, the biggest piece of the pie, which is the long-term stuff that is 3 to 12 months out. And you got to build connections, build working relationships with people. This is the better way to do real estate. You don't get a bunch of resistance, a bunch of slack. Like you don't have nearly as much competition because like most realtors are fighting over the 3%. And it's like, you guys are fighting over the smallest piece of it. You just want buyers handed to you and you want deals handed to you, but the marketing companies are having a heyday taking your profit. You have everybody and their brothers competing over that stuff instead of going after the bigger piece of the pie that, yes, I know is longer, takes longer, but as you get that snowball rolling, you have no competition, you're safe. Like it's actually a much more stable way to do it, even though it's slower going at first. So having a patient service, long-term mindset with everything, having your automation set up, your email set up, your ISA set up, your AI bot set up. Obviously, if you don't have any of those things set up, you got to get all that set up too. But that's having the bigger picture, the bigger vision for having a long-term service mindset that serves these clients better. Because this is what Zillow and Realtor taught us. Our clients want online service before they ever talk to us. We need to build a website that does that before they ever talk to us. And so Zillow and Realtor taught us that that's what we need to do as marketers, as realtors, is we need to be providing that service. And we need to have that patient, long-term service attitude. So then eventually when it is time to buy or sell, they're going to be working with us because they've been on our website. They've been getting service from us online for so long, and basically beating Zillow at their own game. Do what Zillow did, but do it better. As a local realtor, you can beat Zillow, build your own website, provide your own value. You can do all kinds of things that Zillow and Realtor can't do. Zillow and Realtor, the fee you pay to them is what you get charged for being lazy and incompetent for not knowing how to market as a realtor. That's the honest to God truth that we are starting to realize as an industry. But it's not too late. We can beat them like we're beating them. We just got to scale it out. But it starts with having that patient service attitude of doing what's best for them, and making sure that we're being there for them long-term on all this. And again, I know you're probably thinking like, I'm supposed to do this for everybody. That's why number 4 is so valuable about filtering, screening, and targeting. But number 3, this is probably the biggest one I see is caring on a personal level. Easier said than done. Sounds cool, but we can't be so transactional, just all about houses. We got to give a shit about these people. And if they say, I'm going through a divorce, I just lost my husband to COVID and I need to sell my house. We're downsizing because we're empty nesters. All these different personal life situations we got to care about and we got to talk about, not avoid them, not rush over them, empathize with these people, talk to them about their personal situation. Like, oh man, I'm so sorry to hear about your divorce. Like, is it amicable or is it pretty nasty on everything? Do you guys have a divorce date set? Like, how are you feeling? How are you handling that? How are you going through that? And just on a personal level, caring about another human being from a human being standpoint. Because people might look at real estate and talk about bedrooms, bathrooms, price, all these technical things. People don't buy real estate because of that. They buy real estate or sell real estate because of life situations. What is the life situation that I can help you through and walk you through so that you can actually tell that I care and I can help you through that life thing where real estate is involved with that. But the bigger piece of the puzzle is, what is the life situation you're going through that I can help you through? It's where being a life coach, being a certified life coach like I am helps a lot because we're helping people deal with change, a big change in their life, either buying or selling real estate. But caring on a deep personal level beyond what houses they're looking at. What houses do you want to be in? What's going on real estate level? I'm going, what's going on in your life? Where can I help you in your life? And that's where you really convert online leads, is by giving a shit about people legitimately and being genuine in your intentions for that. People can pick up on that vibe and that aura and the energy. And if that's what you're displaying, it's okay if you mess some words up. It's okay if you don't entirely know what you're doing, because as long as your intentions are pure and you're there to help them and they can feel that and sense that from you, that supersedes your technical skill and your ability. Obviously, we do need to build it on the backside. We got to know what we're doing, service-wise, ability-wise. But the very first number one thing that they need to know is they need to know you care. From one of the best books I've read in selling, How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling by Frank Bettger, great book, go get it, talked about nobody cares what you know until they know that you care first. So when you get into talking to these people about real estate first, you're going to talk about real estate, but then you're going to go into a personal life story, and you can't avoid the personal things. You need to talk about the personal things in their life. And this is how you convert online leads so well. Not because you got some magic phrase and magic tricks and you know the technical side and you got all this automation. It's because you're a human. This technology, this automation allows you to be more of a human and connect with people on a human level, because the machines are taking all the machine stuff out of work, which allows us to be more human and connect with people as humans on a human level. And again, though, I know that's a rare skill, but that's what our value is more than anything as realtors these day and ages, caring about people and helping them through their personal life situation that happens to involve real estate. So that's number 3, is care on a personal level. And number 4, this is the biggest one, is because obviously this high quality, high caliber, awesome level of service, we can't provide to everybody. We got to, like, if anything, I'm filtering them out more than they're filtering us out and screening us out. We're filtering, screening, and targeting based on how many houses you're looking at, what your online behavior look like, what's the vibe I'm getting from you, who is worth going after for this service and providing the service and persisting with and staying with, not from an annoying spammy level, but it's like, who do we target and spend our time and energy on? Because as you guys know, like, we only get paid for people that we can help close deals. If they can't buy a house, they can't get pre-qualified, they're not willing to, they're not able to, we need to find that out and figure that out as fast as possible. Not be so romantic about like, oh, I got to have this person, I got to have this business. Our ad strategy is, we know we have 2,000 people click on Wichita Homes for Sale. 200 of those will sign up. Only about 20 of those are actually interested in working with us. And of those 20, we're going to close 5 out of those. And that's more of our process of filtering and screening, sorting it out, because we're not trying to get every single deal in our market. We're not naive to think that we're going to sell every house. There was 13,000 houses that sold in our market last year. That's 26,000 transaction side. We just want to get 1,000 of those, and we want to get 1,000 of the best ones. And so we're sorting out, filtering, screening out, and letting people go that are either jerks, not serious, won't get pre-qualified, obviously won't sign up on our form. All of our marketing and sales processes are designed to filter out the wrong people and to collect and service the right people. Because we're here for those 20 people that do want to work with us and the 5 that are going to close. My attitude is, we need to provide the most top-notch, badass, valuable service to those 20. And who cares what the other 1980 do? They don't need our help. They don't want our help. They'll go somewhere else. They'll do it in a different way. Just focus on the people who do want you have, and really hone in on servicing and taking care of them. And so that has to do with the filtering, screening, and targeting piece. And then when you do get a hold of them, care on a deep personal level, deliver knowledge, deliver value, go above and beyond, set them up on property alerts, send them houses, check out their house to sell, ask them about what personal situation you can deal with. Going above and beyond for those people you do get a hold of who do want your help is more what it's about. Not like it's just, oh, I'm trying to avoid, like, how do I get people to, talk to me? How do I get them to convert? This, that. Here's the best phrase that can help you with this. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I hope I said that right. Can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You kind of get the context. They want to buy, if they want to sell, if they need help, they're going to be willing to talk to you. They're going to be responsive. They're going to be open. As long as you're not being a pushy douchebag about it, they want your help. Like, they do want a realtor. And then the ones that don't, like, we just let them go. Like, we just, no harm, no foul. Like, you don't want our help, but we don't know until we reach out to you and we get a hold of you. Because just because you sign up on my website doesn't necessarily mean you want my help, but I don't know until I reach out. And, obviously we need to be aggressive. We need to be on it, because that's how fast the market moves. And if we're not, we could be losing deals and losing clients for people. But obviously we want to be efficient and targeted with who we're doing that with. And that's where we use Chime and our online behavior, all these different, metrics we can see of who's worth doing this to and who's not. And then based on our approach, we see who responds well to it. And we got to read and filter and screen and target, because it's like the ISAs, the automations do all the machine gunning. As an agent converting leads, you're doing the sniping, the doctor work, if you will. And the nurses and the automation, the machines are taking care of all that stuff. We're doing the high level, technical, like personal agent work that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you look at it that way, that's more your role as an agent, is to be filtering, screening, and targeting the right people. And when you do, delivering a flurry of value, knowledge, insight, wisdom, and reserving that for the people that are the most serious, ready, willing, able, following your process on all that. And that's probably the best way to convert online leads. To give you an idea, like I set 15 appointments last month in January, held 10, got 3 of those under contract so far, and then it will turn into another 5 to 7 over the course of listings, longer term situations, whatnot. But that's a 50 to 70% close ratio. And it's because I'm selective, because I targeted those people, and I got 3 of them under contract, but then I'm not forgetting about those other 2 to 5 that I still need to get and close into 50 to 70%. Because it's not necessarily about like, oh, how do I'll just work harder, I'll do more, or try harder, or I'll add more appointments, add more leads. You can't. Time is going to run you out, and you got to be efficient and targeted with who you're spending your time and energy with. And that's why number 4 is so important: filtering, screening, and targeting the right people to provide these services to. Because what you've seen is when you're a good realtor and you're good at what you do for buying houses, selling houses, you're the valuable thing, not the houses. And you got to be looking at it this way: is I got to be selective in who I provide these services to, who I'm willing to go after and help based on their behaviors, their signals that I'm reading. So anyway, I hope that helps you learn a little bit more how to convert online leads for 2022. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Go on my social, Facebook, Instagram. Help me build the brand, blow this up. If you got value of this, leave me a comment, shoot me a message, what have you. Check out my other videos. Got a bunch more on there and a bunch more coming. Appreciate you watching as always, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.